Once upon a time, in the ancient world of Rome, a great battle loomed on the horizon, a battle that would shape the destiny of an empire and determine the course of history. The year was 31 BCE, and two formidable opponents stood at odds: Gaius Julius Caesar Octavianus, known as Octavian, and Mark Antony, accompanied by the enigmatic Queen Cleopatra of Egypt. The Roman Republic, once a beacon of democratic ideals, had fallen into chaos and disarray. After the assassination of Julius Caesar, his lieutenant Mark Antony sought vengeance, rallying the Senate against the conspirators. In a wave of executions, including the great orator Cicero, Antony and Octavian sought to restore order and avenge their fallen leader. The forces of Antony and Octavian clashed in a bloody battle at Philippi in 42 BCE, where the Republican armies were crushed, and the conspirators met their tragic end. With their victory, Antony and Octavian turned their attention to the ultimate prize: power over Rome. Octavian controlled the western provinces, while Antony held sway over the eastern territories. However, Antony's infatuation with the captivating Queen Cleopatra would prove to be his downfall. Octavian seized upon this scandalous affair, portraying Antony as a man who placed his personal desires above the interests of Rome. The Senate, under Octavian's influence, declared war on Cleopatra, igniting the flames of conflict. Gathering their forces in Greece, Antony and Cleopatra amassed an army of 60,000 men and a fleet of 500 ships, planning an invasion of Italy. Octavian, fortunate to have the brilliant naval tactician Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa by his side, employed cunning tactics to disrupt Antony's sea routes and supply lines. The stage was set at Actium, a strategic location just south of the Gulf of Ambracia in Epirus. Octavian's forces, now numbering approximately 200 ships, established a blockade, both naval and land-based, around Antony's troops, who suffered from desertion and disease. Antony's fleet, with around 170 ships, harbored an estimated 60,000 men, a formidable force, but one plagued by internal strife. On September 2nd, 31st BCE, the Battle of Actium commenced. Octavian, without his detached light squadrons, faced Antony's larger fleet. Antony's plan was to keep his sails on the ships, taking advantage of the daily breeze to outrun Octavian's old galleys. However, Agrippa's smaller and more maneuverable ships, propelled by their oars, enjoyed a speed advantage and effectively disrupted Antony's plans. Agrippa also introduced a new weapon, the harpax, a harpoon-like device that allowed ships to be drawn close together for boarding. The battle raged on, with Antony initially gaining the upper hand. However, the propaganda against Cleopatra had sapped the morale of Antony's troops, causing some to retreat or fight without much further. Realizing the battle was lost, Antony signaled to Cleopatra to escape while he attempted to break through and reach open waters. Although his vessel was secured by a harpax, Antony managed to escape onto another ship. Only Cleopatra's Egyptian squadron and a few ships led by Antony successfully broke through under sail, while the majority of Antony's fleet surrendered. The Battle of Actium marked a turning point in history. Antony never recovered from the defeat, and his eventual demise came at his own hand. Octavian, now in control of the Mediterranean and its vast wealth, invaded Egypt, where he encountered a tragic end for both Antony and Cleopatra. Despite Antony's initial resistance, believing Cleopatra had taken her own life, he ultimately succumbed to a lingering death in her presence. Cleopatra, still holding on to her allure and cunning, sought to beguile Octavian as she had done with Caesar and Antony. However, Octavian saw through her manipulations and planned to parade her in a triumphant procession through Rome. Faced with this fate, Cleopatra, at the age of 39, chose to meet her end through a serpent concealed within a basket of figs. Octavian, now known as Augustus, became the master of the entire Mediterranean and the revered leader of Rome. He brought an end to the civil wars and declared the Roman Empire established. The Battle of Actium would forever be remembered as the pivotal moment when Octavian solidified his power, reshaped the Roman world, and set in motion the age of the empire. It was a clash of giants, driven by ambition, love, and the pursuit of dominance, a tale that resonates through the ages as a testament to the eternal struggle for power and the triumphs and tragedies it leaves in its wake.